You're kidding me, man. You're super tiny. Dude, I'm a tiny gator now. We found out some of the guys, we were hanging out on the stream doing some stuff and things. What is up the world? What is up the world? It is your friendly neighborhood. Why are my pants so little? It's your friendly neighborhood Blueface the Barbarian in the middle of the sandstorm. Hey, a sandstorm? Sandstorm? I am standing in a sandstorm. Hanging out today, doing stuff and things back with some more hot Conan Exiles action. Let's head inside. Let's switch over our Helmut back over to this guy. And yeah, thanks so much for coming to hang out with me, ladies and gentlemen. All sorts of stuff to show you. My pants are small. Why? Because of this. Tiny gator? Yoink. What? You're kidding me, man. You're super tiny. Dude, I'm a tiny gator now. We found out some of the guys, we were hanging out on the stream doing some stuff and things, helping some people with some purges. And I noticed that a bunch of people were super small, and then some of them were super large, and I didn't know how it was done. Inside of here, this is the improved quality of life settings. I can't remember what this mod is. Fashionista or something like that? Huge gator. Boom. Now we're huge mongus. Unbelievable and amazing. Huge gator. Dude, can we even fit through the door? Dude, we can't even fit through the door. Can we duck? Dude, we can't even get out. We have to load tiny gator or normal gator in order to get out of the door. There we go. And then we can pop over here, and then we can load up huge gator. Bam! And we're huge mongus. And look at the Crickmarian, man. The Crickmarian is teeny gator. Yeah, you can set these with this mod for your thralls as well. I did notice that for some reason, my pants don't seem to change size right away. So sometimes I'm huge gator with tiny gator pants, and sometimes we're tiny gator with huge gator pants. Let's go back to normal gator. I think we still have tiny gator pants right now. But anyway, you guys, I've been busy doing stuff and things. Check it out. Let's pop up over here to our dryers. I have a huge amount of stuff and things inside of here. Couple of these guys, couple of those guys. We got this going on over here. Let's grab all of our dry wood and resin inside of our firebowl cauldrons. I have some steel fire made up over here. I have some made up over here as well. And yeah, I've been working on getting all the things ready to do a lot of building. And so let's go ahead and squirt. Well, no, we actually need all this over here. We'll put these guys inside of here like that. Let's go down inside of this guy. 3,500 of those bad boys, and we have 3,700 insulated wood in there already. Feels good, team. Inside of these guys, we've been making iron and steel. A little bit of star metal as well, I think. Let me see. Oh, what are we out of over here? Oh, brimstone. We don't have any more brimstone for star metal. What do we got inside of this guy? I just want to double check and see we got all the things we need. 366. Let's put 2,000 inside of there and 2,000 inside of here. And then we got to go ahead and get our iron. I have a huge amount of iron saved up. I think 5,000 iron bars. Let's go ahead and stick half of those in there. Feels good, team. Half of those in there. Turn these guys on, and we're going to start making steel inside of here. We're going to start making steel as well. I want to make sure we don't have the stuff in here that we need in order to make the hardened steel. No, we don't want to make hardened steel stuff and things. Yeah, let's pull the black ice out of there. And let's pull the black ice out of here, too. We just want to make the steel bars. So, the things that we're going to need in order to make all of the black ice are... Let me see. You know what? Let me go ahead and just take all my armor off. It's going to be too hot in here for me for that. We need these guys right here, steel reinforcements. We need insulated wood, and we need black ice. Now, I have a good amount of black ice. Didn't we just... Or did I squirt it in here? We have a good amount of black ice. We have a good amount of the insulated wood. Now, the steel reinforcements, here you go. I made a huge amount of those, too. So, we have a bunch of stuff ready to rock and roll for building. Now, in addition to all these things, I'm going to try to place as much of this towards the top as we can. So we can see how much stuff and things we've got. So in addition to all this already, also, I have been building a bunch of the black ice pieces. So we have all the things that we need. So we have a ton of stuff ready to rock and roll to build additional pieces. And then also over at our new base area place, we have a bunch of other things. So Big Karen's here, and ladies and gentlemen, I have been building. Now, I wanted to go ahead and do something a little bit different. So I did a little bit of research. Oh no, man, this guy, this ram, he keeps coming. He keeps coming around here, and he's pissed off all the time. Give me all your meats. There, we had to hit him in the butt area. All right, so, and I got a really interesting shape here. So it's hard to show you from the top, but basically I want to do something a little bit different. And I Googled a few different shapes on the internets to see what they were. And I got this one. So this shape right here, I mean, I don't even know how to explain it to you what it is. From the top-down view, it looks kind of interesting. It's just kind of like a big oval. And I decided to have an upper area over here. obviously, and then a little lower area over there. I originally had built this much smaller and wanted to make it much bigger so that I had a lot of room. It's one of the things I think we did over at our base down here in the sandy area. Our base is right over here. We built it too small and had to do a lot of towers and had to do a lot of floors. Now we're gonna have floors here too. I honestly want to go all the way up on top of this mountain here. We're gonna have something up on top of that guy, probably something up on top of that guy, and then over here there is a bridge that we've built over to that area right there. Yeah, so we're gonna have a lot of different like outbuildings and stuff like that. And like I had said before, we're using the black ice in order to do this. I also started building these guys, the witch fire standing torches. There's a few different torches, or actually, there's a couple of different torches that you can use that are blue or blue colored. There's the Rega something, R-E-G. What is that even called? Oh, it's not R-E-G. Radium. There's the radium guys. These guys right here. You can use the radium torches and color them whatever color you want. This is the witchfire stuff and things. There's a few different ones, but I decided just to go with the witchfire. I love the color of it over here, and the blue just matches with the black ice so good because it basically turns the black ice into blue ice. Here you can see these are all of the things that we've been building and playing around with. A bunch of these guys right here. These are called, what is it? Machicolation, something like that. Pieces I've been experimenting around with. We have hundreds of stuff that I built here. The walls, these guys. We have some really cool window options. Also started playing around with some of these big statues. I want to put some of these in the base. They're very cool. Big statues like this. And they're white colored, so they're not necessarily going to be that dark black ice color, but they are going to match, and it will be cool. So we got those guys inside of there. These guys are kind of some of our stranger pieces. With some of the mods we have some really cool pieces like these black ice castle wedge ceilings. Let me show you this here. Let me go ahead and grab one of these guys and I'll show you the difference. This is a really cool piece. So these are just also bridges and different pieces that I've been experimenting with to see what they do. But check this out over here. So we got that guy right there or this guy right there. So this is the regular black ice wedge ceiling. And this is the one from the mod. This is just the black ice castle wedge ceiling. This basically just looks like the foundation, where these guys don't. And I actually really don't like these ceilings very much. I really like these guys instead. And that's what we did over here. We used that variation from the mod for this. And then inside of this wood is the stable ceilings from one of the DLCs. And I really like how that looks. We're going to be using some of that in the area too. So we have a lot of building to do today and a lot of more building materials to get done. And I'm going to go ahead and start it. And I think that's what we're going to focus on for this episode, is seeing if we can get something done with this build today. Geez, I'm about 2 minutes in and it's already time for an update. So check it out, guys. Talking about logistics of building. So these are some of these other new cool modded pieces we have. Black ice archway kit, wall trim right. These are some really interesting window pieces. And I'm going to show you how this works. And this is it's really cool just because it doesn't work how you would necessarily expect. So we're going to put these pieces down over here like so. So check it out. You can make a window with this kind of as big as you want. You go like so. Wow, we can just place it right there. It's fine. And then use these side pieces like so to go ahead and build this up like this, and then you can put this guy up on top there like so. So you have this really cool window piece, but one of the things that we have with this mod is that some of these modded pieces, remember we were talking about these ceiling pieces that basically look like the foundations? It's kind of the way that the ceiling should probably have been all along, right? So the black ice walls inside here, you get this really interesting wooden texture, right? It's kind of repetitive, and it doesn't really have that castle feel at all. It's just kind of a weird backdrop to this, you know what I mean? It's a little bit odd. Not to say that it's not cool, but I don't know if it really matches. So check it out, man. Inside of here in that mod that we have, black ice, and I think we're looking for... Where is that piece? These. So black ice reinforced wall outside. This is something I need to build a whole heck of a lot of because I really want this to have that black ice castle feel, and I don't think these pieces are really going to do it for us. So we're going to tear all these down. We're going to tear all these down. And what I'm going to have to do is just do a huge amount of building of more pieces. Now, right now, I've already done this, and I kind of did, this is kind of backwards, but I have hundreds of these reinforced wooden walls and these guys right here, and I don't need these. I need the other ones. So I built a little chest over here for the items that I want to use that I'm kind of working with. So I'm going to put all of our working items inside of here right now. I'm going to grab these walls and those windows out. I'm going to put these over here. If you're wondering how I can move so easily while encumbered, bam, nailed it. Ace can't be stopped. We got agility now up to tier 3. Jumping no longer costs stamina. Vitality is up to 3 now. Passive health gen. I'm working on grit, trying to get it up to tier 4 so our basic attacks cost less stamina. But right here, encumbrance up to the top tier. Whenever over encumbered, you can move at full speed. We also got survival up to tier 4 so that we're invulnerable to poisons and diseases. It makes fighting snakes much easier. And accuracy, nothing yet. So what I got to do now is go ahead and head back to base and start building a bunch of these pieces. I'm wondering, see, they have them for these doors too, where you can have the door. It's called the outside one, this arch. And then we have ones that also have the inside pieces. And I'm wondering if I can get a gate that's called a Black Ice outside gate too that doesn't have those. I'm wondering if I can build the entire thing, or very much most of the entire base here on the inside, without using any of this wooden piece, the normal Black Ice wooden pieces. Got some stuff and things to show you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to go ahead and place some of these guys around the edge. I'll tell you what, man, if you're playing Conan Exiles at home and you want to start getting some really big building projects done, my God, it's starting to look like a thing. One of the things you got to do is go into your attributes and pump your encumbrance all the way to the top. I mean, it really needs to be a thing. We're almost ready. Oh my God, we have so many points, you guys. We got so many levels. I made a bunch. I queued up a bunch of stuff and walked away for a little while so we could get a bunch of crafting done. Bam! Fluid swings. Your basic attacks cost less stamina. Dodging costs less stamina. That'd be pretty good. What's our next thing, do you think? Increase healing effect of consumables and dancers by 100%? Or your dodging your armor counts as double. All direct combat damage you take is reduced by 10%. I feel like this guy right here is probably our next best bet. Let's go ahead and pump a few points into that. How high can we get? Pretty close already up to that guy. All right, so part of me wants to put a cover on this right here and cover it up, but part of me wants to leave this really open because I think this is where people are going to go ahead and spawn in. Now, I want to talk to you guys, and I told you in the previous episode, we have some warp stuff and things going on. So let me see here. If I type in, bam. Oh, yeah. Let me show you this, man. So here's the deal. We have some different warp points on the server. And normally you can't see it in the lower left-hand corner. There's a chat window. I turn it off for when we're streaming. But I thought that, I thought I couldn't warp when I was burdened. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, we have had a couple people in the community go ahead and create this area right here. Whoa, what are these guys? Statue of Guidance? Voss Construction? So one of our community members, Raven Bloodbane, put this together. And now, instead of just like, we wanted to make it more of kind of like a, I don't know, a thing. Instead of just warping around the map whenever you need to, now you can warp to our warp hub here. We have one of the map rooms set up right in this area. Warp Tower Incorporated, we get you there. All right, so looks like there's some warps over here. Desert Center, Desert North, Desert East. So you can go to some places in the desert on this level. Up here we have a couple of jungle. There's one to Swagger Rock. There's a couple of inactive portals, Northern Highlands. We don't have a lot. We have, I think, 4 in the desert. We have the Swagger Rock one, that's 5. We have one that brings you up into this area. So there's just a couple beyond what you have from the map room, just so you don't have to constantly spend your time running around. Now, I also have a specific warp just for my new base because I'm a fancy pants guy. So here, we can warp back to our base here. But what I think I'm going to set up is, because I know probably some people are going to want to be able to come here. It's almost impossible to get to this area. So I might set up a warp point that's over in this area right here. And this is where you're going to spawn in. And I want to kind of make this open so that when you get here and you see the build, you can kind of see everything. And it looks really, really good. Part of me wants to cover this over too, just because I think that would look great too. But all right, anyway, I wanted to explain to you how we're moving around the map a little bit better. But here, you guys, we've got this. This is our first entry area. Looking pretty good. I put a couple of the statues up like so, and then in here, this is what this is going to look like so. Now, I built these guys by using these pieces. So I used these pieces right here. What are they even called, man? Archway trim wall trim right. And I expanded these up. So now these top pieces are the archway kit pieces on the top. And so we made that a little bit bigger. Now, I kind of wanted to do that over here too, but I don't think that our doors will fit. I really wanted to find a too high, too wide door, but I'm having a little bit of trouble. I'm going to take a look more into the mods and see if we have anything. But this is what we got so far. We have some windows. We have some kind of tall windows in the area. And, you know, building in Conan Exiles is pretty GD awesome most of the time. except for sometimes like this. And I kind of want to show you what we're going to have to do here. Placing these archways is sometimes, oh, I got it right there. Bam. Nice. Kind of tough. I'm finding in this area right here, I've got to pull these stairs out. So I got to pull the stairs out, and then let me go ahead back into my inventory here, grab these stairs, and it takes a second sometimes for the game to recognize that you've removed your stairs. Oh, we had it there for a second. I swear to God, it was it. We had the deal. All right, maybe if I come over, right there, dude, you have to kind of like walk around here and see if you can find the spot that's going to be the spot that you can use. Oh, that was right there. Nice. All right, there we go. And then we place these guys inside of here like that. So I think this area is going to eventually have a second story, of course. I don't know if it's going to be right here or not. Like, I don't think we'll have a roof on this. I kind of want to leave this nice and open so you can see a lot of stuff and things in here. But this is kind of what I'm thinking. Some areas like this, maybe kind of keep this all the same height, so to speak, or kind of sort of. What do we have on that side over there? We had a window directly next to these ones, so maybe we go like so. So many snap points. Oh, I had another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, you OCD people. So you may notice that my triangle foundations, my foundation wedges, are not aligned correctly. And I know that some of you are going to lose your mind because that is the case. So these guys right here, they're not necessarily aligned. This guy right here, see how they have a little line like so, and they're not kind of aligned correctly or all kind of facing in the same directions. So they look nice. And I did that on purpose. I kind of like that it gives the floor a bit of a broken up feel to it. These squares obviously are all completely aligned correctly. And so these pieces here are just kind of random. And I kind of like it. I mean, it's a thing. I might change it. I'm not sure yet. But I figured I'd address it because I know some of you guys have probably already wrote a comment about it. Go ahead and delete your comment now. All right. So in this area right here, eventually we're going to take this that way and go up to the top of there. So I'm feeling like I don't want to necessarily have a really big doorway there, but some sort of doorway would be really cool. Let me check and see what we've got. You know, I have something in mind here if I can find it in all of my, these guys right here. Let's grab those. Let's squirt those back into our inventory. This is a 3-wide door. It's really beefy too. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it to place correctly here. It's really going to be tough. These guys are so hard to place. No, it won't go there. Come on, you can do it. Right in the you see what I'm saying? Sometimes this has to do with the placement of those wedges. If they're not placed correctly in the correct angle or in the correct direction, these things won't place correctly either. Let me try to come down over here and see if I can get it from here. My throat feels dry. All right, let's drink a little water. Yeah, see, this is going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but this might be a cool door for this area if I could just get it to place. I do believe that it's 3 wide. It's really hard to even just place it down here and kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like. Oh, man, it's got those on the inside. We had to leave this gate up, too, with the wood on the inside, and it doesn't look too bad. I actually might put some of these wood kind of inner black ice pieces around. I love this gate here, though. It's really, really cool. I think it's very wide, though. I think it's actually wider than 3, so that might not be... Oh, all right. Its destruction animation is off by a little bit. So that might not actually be what we use in this area. We might just use one of the regular gateways, one of those guys right there. So, yeah, there's an update. Things are looking pretty good. I'm going to keep building, and I will. BRBs, peeps. And we're back. Got some more stuff and things done and thought I'd bring you guys along for the ride. Big Karen's still here keeping us company. I got the back part of this guy on right here. And then we added some of the ceilings in there. Now, remember, these are those modded ceilings that we're using, and they do have a lot of this wood trim on them. And that's leading me to believe that I need a little bit more wood in here. You know, the wood texture really adds the color, just adds a little bit of contrast, but it adds a lot of warmth to the build. It makes the castle seem less like just super cold, and it gives it a little bit more warmth. I also started playing around with some different torches. We have a lot of the witchfire stuff in here. I think I'll probably remove a lot of these standing witchfire torches and put in the these guys, the wall torches. But I decided to do a little bit of an experimentation out here. Oh my God, what? Ladies and gentlemen, these ancient braziers made with just, I think, iron it is. Iron bars is all we need. And I decided to place some of these guys out here kind of in a geometric type deal so that when you will come into the build or come into the area, when you warp in, this is where you're going to come, and this is what you're going to see. So I think this is a really cool piece. I really wish I could change the color of these ancient braziers. I don't think that I can. But I really, really like them. I wish they were a little bit, I wish we could do more blue stuff with them, because I think that's the theme that we're really going for. But yeah, now, so yeah, you come in here, and then I kind of like how this transitions from this kind of nice white outside area, and then when you get into the castle here and you open the door, it's like, ooh, bluish stuff and things. So I also went ahead and added over here some foundations to kind of fill the holes in between these stairs. I love the way this looks, and I thought about doing it down over here as well, but I can't. So the reason why we can't over here is because things are a little bit different. Those foundations match the way that the stairs work. So there's squares underneath the stairs and triangles are where the foundations are. Here it's the opposite. So there's squares up here, and then down here there are actually squares too. Triangles are up on this area here where this statue is. And then down here, this is all squares on the edges. So it's not going to work down here, but we can figure out some cool stuff and things to do over here. So now climbing up is a bit of a thing. It's a bit of a problem. We're going to have to figure out how we can do this a little bit more easily. But now the way that I have to climb up to the second story is we come over here. This is the only way to get up that doesn't have like a lip or an edge on it. It's getting dark too, unfortunately. So hopefully we can make this jump right there. All right, sweet. And let me go ahead just so you can see a little bit better, because I know sometimes it's dark. Let's go ahead and put a torch out like that. All right, so here's kind of what I got going on for the floor. The way this floor works, it's so weird, and so there's so many triangles and so many squares. I tried to find a way where it kind of just made sense to have it be open. Now over here, I didn't want to block these windows, and I kind of want this area to be open as well. There's gonna have to be a roof in some places, but like I said, some of it's gonna have to be open. So when you come in here, I want there to be some roofs, but I also want you to be able to see up through the middle. So what I did is decided to go kind of like this, and I think I'm gonna bring this floor out maybe right here. So this is where that is. You see that? Then I might bring this over here like this, and like this up into this area here. So then I was thinking about doing some pillars and started to play around with a few different ones. Now the first thing is you're going to notice my pillar placement is going to be a little bit different, because I have these pillar snap point extension wedges that I've placed inside of the foundations down here. So that's what allows me to make it so that, like over here, for instance, if I wanted to place this pillar, I can only place it in the center of these foundations. But if I go over to here, you'll see I can place it right there in the center of all of them. Because of that snap point extension deal. So we have a mod that adds these in. These are round pillars, and then we can use the regular square ones like this. But I feel like what we need to do is get a little bit of warmth. Remember, we have this wood up top here. We're gonna need a little bit more wood in here, so why not use some pillars that are a little bit warmer? So outside we use the wait, what was the name of that? Was this the stable floor or the arena floor? Let me go ahead and take a look here. This is the stable ceiling, pardon me. So we have the stable ceiling in here. Let's go ahead and head back to home. Like so. Oh, we got a sandstorm going here. My torch is going ape. Let's go like this. Let's pop inside of here so we're protected. Let's go ahead and take all of our armor off, because that's going to make us really, really hot. And then let me close the store here. Oh, man. All right, so inside of here, these pillars are going to require some other stuff and things for us to build them. We need to build maybe all of these different pillars and check out which ones we like the best. I'm feeling like most likely the round insulated wood. This is the round black ice one. These are frontier builds. We gotta try a lot of these different ones out. What do they really require? So some of them we can build. Most of it is shaped wood's the only thing we don't have in our inventory. Oh crap, I think I have some over here. I made some last night. Yuppers, so we need an empty spot. The inventory is getting pretty full. Let me go ahead and make some of these pillars and see which ones I like best. Pillar comparison. White light, blue light, dark and light, or night and day. Check it out here. So these are the different pillars that we're going to be checking out. Arena pillar, frontier pillar, insulated wood, round insulated wood, and stable. So that's these guys right there. That guy looks like a kind of a stone. This almost looks like maybe it's wood. That's the frontier pillar. This guy I really like. It doesn't quite match the stairs. This one's pretty cool too. I think that's this guy, insulated wood. And then right over here, I kind of like this one the best. I'm not really sure. I think this stone is not going to match. That's actually a stone, and it doesn't really match this stone. All right, so let's pop inside of here and take a look at him in the blue. Oh my God, dude, at night. See, we need a little bit more light to make it look really, really good, but it looks really good. It's going to be kind of a little bit dark here, but this is what they look like here. This one looks a little too polished for me. I really like this guy. It doesn't match a lot of the other stuff we have in the build, but we might be able to use some more of the Frontier stuff. And then this pillar again, I really kind of like that. Even though the stone doesn't match, I really wish it did, but it doesn't. And these guys in here, that kind of matches this the best. So I almost feel like it's between the Frontier pillar and the insulated wood pillar. I think between those two guys, they're probably going to be what's what. We're going to check them out during the day as well, though. So, daytime, the way we have stuff set up here, the night times go by really fast. The daytimes take a lot longer. So it's about, I waited a long time. It's almost 7 o'clock in the morning here. And so we're not going to get a great idea, like a super duper good idea what they look like in the daylight, but a little bit better idea. It's a little bit brighter out here. Also started playing around with maybe adding some different textures in for the ceilings too. And I want to show you a little bit of an issue I'm running into. I can't place these guys here, right? It won't allow me to place them. I can place one here. I can't place them here. The black ice we can place all the way out. And the reason is, I don't know if you guys know this. Watch this, man. Come over to any of these ceilings and then press tab. See there where it says stability 90 right above the owner slipgator? Stability 80, 70, 60, stability 50, 30, 10, right? Over here, 60. That was 62? 60 as well? No, this one's only 50. That's weird. I don't know why this one's 60 and that one's 50. Is this one 50? Ah, that's because it's a mirror. All right, so 50, 40, 30, 20. So these actually have a higher stability rating, and that's why I can build them out like this. Now, our pillars here, again, we were trying to take a look at them during the day. We don't really have, I mean, it's hard to tell. I decided to add a second one on to the 3 that we're really looking at. I feel like this is the best match, to be honest with you, but I really like the way that these Frontier pillars look. I just like that they're bigger, kind of thicker. Let me go ahead and pop over here too and take a look at these ones that we had outside during the day. Not much different. They kind of look the same. I kind of like that the Frontiers just have that thicker look. It's more of like a Viking castle feels to me. These are really, really cool, but they're almost more delicate. You know what I mean? They have like a more delicate deal. And I'm not a big fan of these just because of the way this looks, the way that they connect. So I don't think we're going to use those guys. But over here, now you're saying to yourself, if I just put the pillar down over here, right? Like this, and like that. Well, now that's going to add stability, correct? Well, I don't know if it's going to. Hold on. Let's take a look and see. So we have to come around here. We have to climb up over here. So we can get up to the top. And then now, if we look at our stability, 60, 50, 30, 10 again. And then if we want to add something over here, we can't do it. It still won't do it. I think, yeah, I don't know. Normally, I do believe we should be able to place on top of the pillar like that. I'm not sure why this isn't doing that. Let me go ahead and try to update the build just by placing something down. Yeah, no, it's because these other guys are in the way. So it's not allowing me to use this pillar as a support, and most likely because we're using the snap point extension, so the pillar's not really in the correct spot. It's not in the spot where it should be. We could remove the snap point extensions and try something a little bit different. I don't even know. But at the end of the day, I feel like it just might not work out for us. We might not be able to use these, or we're going to have to use some sort of extenders or the, what are they even called, man? I don't have any of them built over here. They are the, dude, what are they? Supports? No. Ooh, maybe though. I don't know if these will actually act as supports. Wooden support strut. Dude, I'd love to take a look at what that looks like. But it's going to be a little bit different. But, I mean, things are coming along. It's looking really, really good so far. And this isn't something where I'm going to be able to finish it in one episode. It's going to be a big build. It's going to be a lot to do. And it's going to be very, very exciting. But for today, you guys, I think that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you very much for all your support. Each and every place you provide it. It really makes a huge difference, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure if you want to see more Slipgator, go over to twitch.tv/Slipgator. Don't forget also, I don't mention this all the time, so I don't want to push it on you guys. I just want to let you guys know, we do have a G Fuel code available, 10% off G Fuel at gfuel.com if you use the code Slipgator. And every once in a while, we have a 30% off code as well. I normally advertise it on Twitter, so you can follow there to find out more information. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be so cool when it's done. I can't wait to continue building, and may the stuff and things be with you.